ABF Vision. Recorded live at Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. CommBank SmallBiz Week 2024.
Hello and welcome to CommBank SmallBiz Week. We're so happy to be joined here today by David Walsh, who's from pay.com.au. Hi David, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm really good, thanks. Thanks for having me. It's been a great event so far, and I've learned a thing or two.
Oh, David, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I was wondering, can you tell me a little bit about how Salesforce helped your business go from a startup to a scale-up?
Sure. So, pay.com.au has been around for about 4 years now. We're a really interesting business. We're kind of a combination of business-to-business payments platform and reward ecosystem all in one. So, long story short, we help business owners earn points and then help them use those points to fly business class and first class. So it's really about rewarding business owners for all the work that they've put into their business. And when pay.com.au was an idea on a piece of paper, we were thinking ahead around, okay, maybe it was a bit of unearned confidence around thinking that the business idea would work and where we'd want to be in a few years' time. And that made us think about, how do we handle our customer interactions? How do we handle it from a sales perspective and a service perspective? But how do we set things up in a way that not only made sense at the time, but enabled us to do cool things in the future? So we had this idea that, if we've got a lot of customers, we'll want to dive into more marketing automations, or we'll want to start to use data to have more personalized conversations with customers. And the last thing that we wanted to do was be another one of those businesses that gets up on stage and says, hey, we had to do a big digital transformation because we didn't have a single source of truth of information. Because we had a blank slate, we could start from the start. So we signed up on a 3-person starter kit, I think, all those years ago. And we've obviously grown alongside Salesforce with that, but Salesforce have been great along that journey in really partnering with us. We've got a habit of really hacking the tools and getting to do things that they don't necessarily say on the box. And the team's been really good at taking the crazy ideas that I have and some of the ideas and the crazy ideas that the team have, and actually helping us to bring it to life in a way that really makes sense for us as a business, but also for our customers.
How do you kind of foster a culture of experimentation within your company?
What was great as this business was starting is that a lot of the early people that were involved had this, idea of experimentation. Even myself, I'm a marketer, but I've got a degree in chemistry. So, experimentation is kind of in my nature. So it was, again, taking a step back and thinking about the ideas or the use cases we want to bring to life, and going, okay, well, what tools do we have at hand, or what tools might we need? And what do those tools do rather than what they say they do on the box? And then just taking the time to play around with things, figure out things, break things. We broke a lot of things along the way, but as soon as you start to get a few nuggets of value, if the members of the team can, look at the experiment that you've run or the tool that you've hacked together and go, hey, this is actually really making a difference in our day-to-day work, or it's really helping us to have a better conversation with our customers, those successes and getting the staff involved in those successes really help foster a culture of going, okay, well, if that idea works, then maybe we can come up with more ideas and implement more ideas. You've really, as a business, got to lead with this idea that experimentation is good, and you're going to get some stuff wrong, but looking at the ideas and figuring out how the tools you've got can work with you, or working with partners to help bring the ideas to life and really drive that value, it's going to come naturally. Now we're 4 years into the process. It's just a part of our DNA. We're experimenters, and we've obviously, with Salesforce in particular, we're further down the rabbit hole of evolving our product set with them, and we're still hacking it. And we're still seeing how we can push it to the limits and get some innovative ideas out of it.
That's really interesting, David. And speaking about experimentation, how do you think generative AI, which is a really hot topic right now, will impact your business?
Well, we're already using it. In fact, I'm sure just about every business, whether they know it or not, that's watching this, are probably using it as well. Just because you might not be using it as a business owner, I bet members of your team might be. So generative AI is really exciting because it allows us to continue, we're always a business that we felt like we've punched above our weight, and we haven't had to grow to 1,000-person headcount. And the new generative AI tooling that comes out allows us to do some really cool things. I mean, even in the marketing team, we had this idea where we took actually interview sessions just like this. We do customer case study interviews, and you'd often have a lot of footage that's unused. You edit these videos down to a nice clean cut. Maybe they're 2-3 minutes, maybe they're 10 minutes. But we would have hours of footage of really great conversations with customers, understanding why they love us, understanding why they use us and what's important to their business, and it was just going left unused. So we had this idea to take all these recordings, throw them into some transcription tools that these AI companies are putting out there, feed it into our own AI tooling to then generate written case studies, snippets for social media, really allowing but also us allowing our marketers to start to question what's there and pull more insights out. So it's really an enabler in such a big way, and if you're creative with it, you can do some really cool stuff. Another big area around the AI, generative AI that really excites me is voice. I can have a conversation with an AI tool, and I think we're getting there with some of the stuff that's in market at the moment, and it can challenge me on my ideas, and it can start to build a really useful output as well. So I could be, walking down the street, going to the train, talking about an idea for work as if I was talking to a product manager in my pocket. And at the same time, while they're challenging me, they're also building out like a product requirements document, which I can give to the team at pay.com.au, and we can start to develop that idea further. I mean, I could go on about this for probably the next half an hour, but I don't think the video is that long.
It's so great to have you here today, David. Is there anything you'd like to say as a passing note for any visitors or small businesses?
If you're interested in earning some points for your business, especially if you're a Salesforce customer, you could be earning points on your Salesforce bills with pay.com.au. So come check us out, and also engage with the Salesforce team overall when you've got your product sets, because they've got some really smart people in there and they're building a lot of cool tools. So working with them is probably going to give you more of a better outcome than not.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.